Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of me and Skittles doing this hell episode. I'm gonna call this the episode of hell. Anyways, hi Skittles, how is you? How's your week been going?
Hi, external.
Hi. Oh my god, you call me external. That means she's mad, everyone. Run! She usually calls me lucky. Okay everyone, DK! Donkey Kong! Alright, what do we gotta do? What do we gotta do? Oh.
Let's do our best, external, just like we always do.
Oh my god. What's going on? Oh, alright, got it. Hold on. Hey, you two.
Excuse me?
What is going on?
You called.
Yeah. You got yourself some visitors. What the frick?
Visitors?
Who's gonna come after us? They're waiting at the guild's entrance. Go see them.
Yeah, no one can come visit me.
Yeah, me neither. Mount Fuji can't be. Oh, it's the brothers.
Skittles and external. Hi. We're not interested. Goodbye.
Hey, goodbye. Please wait. We can give you a lot of money in our buttholes. Wait, what?
Money.
I don't think I want that either. Yep.
We need your help finding a GameCube controller.
Whoa.
For Smash?
Yep. Someone said one was lying on the beach. We went there looking for it, but we didn't find it. Instead, this was what we found. Oh, a letter.
This scrap of paper? Let's see, what's written on it?
Grab. Skittles wrote the message on a scrap of paper.
Let's see, what does it say? So, you play Smash. I don't, actually. We want to challenge you. Okay.
Oh my god.
We'll wait in the deepest part of Stormy Plains.
Ah, shit.
Good luck, suckers. Oh, you fucking bitch. Did you actually go there?
Yeah, I tried going many times, but I get knocked out right away. Wow, they went to an area where there's a bunch of lightning, and you're a water type?
No problem. I know what to do. We're gonna go, and I'm gonna smash
Excuse
their head in with a rock.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh, that's me. Oh, you will?
Yep.
Okay, we're sorry to bother you again like this. Thank you so much.
I hope you have a lot of money because I cannot be bothered to do this right now. Alright, let's go, external. We're off to Stormy Plains.
Yeah.
Well, what are you looking forward to in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
You're right. Oh, okay. So it is almost here. The problem is that I'm also nervous about. Okay, what am I looking for? What I'm looking forward to is going to be the multiplayer thing. I want to see how they're gonna do this. Like, this is the first time them actually, and I don't know how it's gonna work. You know what I was worried about? I was worried that it wasn't gonna be. Okay, so let's say battling. How is battling gonna work? So in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they had this thing where they would actually where you were actually able to play with someone else with the same you have one controller and then you give them the other controller. Like, it's not exactly like full-on multiplayer, but I'm gonna standby. I'm gonna put these as standby because they're actually in the way when I really think about it. And what I'm nervous about is, okay, so let's say I get into a battle. Would you also be there walking in the background? Or would it just would it just focus on me specifically at that moment? But then again, battling has been changed very differently now because of the fact that your Pokemon are able to roam around. Right?
Yeah, I like that.
I do like it, but I'm very worried because what if your Pokemon knocks out a shiny? Right? What do you do?
That's true.
Boo, like, what do I do? And then they're stuck like, well, I just lost a shiny.
I mean, you don't have to use it. It's there for you to use, but you don't have to.
That's actually true. But I also want to use it. Like, oh my god, like the trading, like what I'm also worried about is how much of the Pokemon how many Pokemon are gonna be locked away. You know, that's the problem with some Pokemon stuff, is that they lock your Pokemon away, right? Like in Sword and Shield, that's why a bunch of people were mad, and you ended up getting a DLC patch with which some people were actually like, I don't want this, and then they see it and they're like, actually I do like it. Oh, look, a Pikachu.
I hope they do a DLC because I feel like it'll get people to play more. You know, if you release a Pokemon game and that's it, that's all there is, then you're just gonna finish it and wait for the next thing. But if you add like expansion packs and DLCs, it keeps going on, like it continues.
Okay, so here's a cool thing that some people have wondered. They're like, what if at some point we're able to go back to the other regions, you know? Like there's one thing that a Pokemon game hasn't done since Soul Silver is that, and now I'm dead. Great. Oh, never mind. They haven't done that before since Soul Silver. Wow, that's a black box. I like it. And what else am I interested in? I'm interested in the Pokemon. Do you want to use old Pokemon or that are gonna show up, or are you gonna be getting like a bunch of the new Pokemon?
I'm gonna use old ones.
Like which ones?
I'm old.
Who would you like? Okay, who would you like in there? I know Psyduck will probably be your water type, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get Quaxley for my starter, but I want Psyduck, Jellicent as my ghost type, Lilligant or Hisuian Lilligant as my grass type.
That's if they actually arrive in there, because
that's what
wish...
I'm saying. You said if they arrived, so.
No, I said who are you gonna? Okay. You guys see this? You guys see how she's treating me right now, like with such anger and hate.
This is my dream team. Shut up.
I know. Go on. Go on.
Absolutely just gross. But I had a list actually somewhere. Let me find it.
Yeah, send us the list. For me, guys, I want a Zoroark. At least if I really want to use new Pokemon, but something about Girafarig with that Chompette-looking teeth, I really have a thing when it comes to like those type, like, which is why I like Mawile. Like I really like Mawile with the sharp teeth, because I have sharp teeth a little bit. Like I have like a shark tooth thing going on with my own teeth. Like I have the anime fang. Okay, I got the anime fang. That thing that, you know, it pops out of your mouth or whatever when you smile, or in general. And I really like it.
Cool.
It's
I found my list.
My smile. Share. The fuck you running off to?
So obviously I want my Alolan Ninetales. She's my baby. Psyduck. Butterfree as my bug and flying type.
Ooh.
Jellicent as my water ghost. Lilligant, or Hisuian Lilligant for grass and fighting.
Ooh, the good part is that Lilligant will in fact be in the game, so.
Morpeko for the electric dark type.
Oh yeah, Morpeko.
I do love Glaceon as my evolution. And then I was thinking Nidoqueen as poison ground type. And then, you know, Wooloo and Chansey or Clefairy as my others.
Don't forget that Jigglypuff.
But yeah, like, and even fire types, like because I don't like fire types, I just don't.
Ooh,
so,
what about that fire psychic type that's new? Do you like that one? What do you think of that design? Did I ever ask you about that one?
I don't think I've seen it.
It's a fire knight. Pokédex says that it's an honorable knight, and it does it like because there's an opposite of it. There's an opposite one, where it actually is like, oh yeah, it actually, if it finds a moment to sneak you, it will in fact sneak the enemy. Which I was like, yep, that sounds like me. But it's only on your version. So if you if you wanted a fire psychic knight, which actually looks cool. Oh, you called it Mega Man. Actually, you called it like a Mega Man.
Did I?
Yeah,
you
called it Mega Man. Yeah. Do you like the design?
No.
You don't like it?
Oh.
Well, let me trade you one so you can trade me the other one.
That's not the one that's on mine
you can
either, by the
complete
way.
your
That one's
Pokédex.
on Scarlet.
That's why. No, the one that you have is the one I want. It's in Violet. The one I have is the fire psychic type. That's why.
Oh, Mega
But
Man.
I want the fire ghost type.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm excited for. Hey, look at Mary doing some work. Damn.
I mean, if I wanted to cover all bases, maybe a Hisuian Arcanine for fire rock type, but I probably would just get like a normal Ninetales and have my Alola Ninetales, and they would be like besties, I guess.
Ooh.
Oh,
What will be your route for your journey? What will be your journey story?
I have no idea, man. I'm gonna be looking at that cosmetics.
Yeah, the cosmetics I'm excited about. Not only that, I'm also excited about light screen. What the frick? What moves do you have, Mary? Discharge, charge, and power gem. You know, using discharge will be really helpful right about now. Oh, great! Now you're confused. I'm excited about the cosmetics. I wonder if they're gonna have like, you know what I really want to work on is the hair. I hope the hair goes so well because I always choose like the common emo-ish looking hair that kind of covers the eye on the left side.
Right.
And I'm like, well, what if, you know, now my hair's a little different now because I have like, my haircut now is like, the sides and the back are shaved like to a buzz cut, but I still have like my very large bangs, but I have a ponytail now because it gets in the way. And I wonder if they have that. Like maybe it's in the girl section, but then again, they're kind of like, oh, now you can't distinguish between men and women for haircuts. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine with me. Shoot, what if I want a long hair? Look at those Pikachu's, those sussers. And then I think I found a very funny meme comment where they were like, well, no, like no one's really looking into that, as in like, oh my god, they finally broke the barrier for men and women. It's like, well, you know, it's just like, bro, come on, it's hair. Like let us do what we want. It's not it doesn't have to have a label. And I'm just like, I mean, you're kind of right. Like I don't really like. I never looked at a Pokemon game saying I can have women hair. No, it's just like, yeah, I can have long hair finally. But I guess that's just a random rant. Also, guys, sorry for like not being able to do so much on Twitter and stuff like that. I ended up forgetting. Skittles always reminds me, and lately I've been like forgetting like the small things. I'm just like, bruh, why is this happening to me? Because I've noticed like the view stuff, which I don't really mind. I just hope that every single time I'm able to make someone laugh or smile, and I'm so happy for that. Also, the person who was actually able to translate the Italian words, thank you, by the way. And we're sorry if we said anything offensive that we did not in fact know. So, all right, we're gonna send Zigzagoon home. Go home, Zang. Go home.
You talk to the chat while I wash my hands.
All right, Twitch chat. Hi there. How y'all guys doing? Oh wait, no, it's the YouTube comment section. Sometimes I wonder if I actually should go live one day and play this for you guys. If people from YouTube want to actually come into Twitch, which you don't, you know, it's up to you guys if you ever want to actually do that and go follow and on my Twitch, External Soul V3. But anyways, okay, so what me and Skittles are doing is that we're gonna be. I've never played D&D. Sadly enough, I am in fact a nerd, a geek, and I'm proud of it. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I guess I grew up in the era where it started being like, oh yeah, that's so cool. But I did kind of get some of those bullies at times, which is a whole nother story. But I got the chance to play D&D, and now, so it's gonna be my first time playing it, right? So, to put that into perspective, I was like, wait, what if we do a D&D but with Pokemon? So my good friend Thesis brought it up as well. He's like, well, what if I make the Pokemon thing? And I brought in, well, what if we do a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon D&D thing? And he loved the idea, so we're gonna go with that. Or I guess technically he thought of it. It's just that I was putting in story that he wanted my opinions on it, because I really love the Mystery Dungeon games, and I pulled out a lot of story stuff out of there. Like I was like, oh, what if we do this and that to introduce our characters, right? And like well, let's say that I go into this world from a human to a Pokemon by a dimensional rift created by Palkia, and that is when that's when I turned into a Pokemon. Or we can use Dialga, who ends up like, there was like a rift. Pikachu with Surf, bro. There was like a dimensional rift thing going on with time, and that is how we end up slipping into this time of Pokemon. And there's just a lot of things one can do, right? So there's like a bunch of ideas, like, oh, it could be Garantina through the other world. It could be Hoopa. Hoopa brought us in through like, because it was pranking a lot of humans or something. Or in this case, it's actually Thesis putting in a story of there is in fact a Pokemon war, and I love this. So what he's told us so far is that there has in fact been a war between legendaries. Some of them have gone MIA, and some of them have actually passed away. That is insane. So with that in mind, I was like, okay, so I told him what Pokemon have gone MIA or what have actually been killed. And there was something he actually missed that he was like, hey, yo, hold on, you're right. I forgot about this one. And so to keep things more simple, because I'm rambling, which I suppose you guys probably don't mind. So we had to decide what Pokemon did we want to be. I want to be a Hisonian Zorua, right? Because that is my favorite Pokemon. That is my baby. But how am I going to introduce a Pokemon with... Okay, if we were going to go through lore-based stuff, how am I going to bring in like a Hisonian Zorua that hasn't been seen since the age of the Hisui region, right? So I was like, Skittles gave me the idea of what if I'm become a Zorua, right? I could become a Zorua, or she thought of the actual story, like how to bring this in, because I loved her version way better than mine. It was way better than mine. Like I was gonna have Darkrai show up in the village after it was slaughtered by a Yveltal, who was trying to bring in my kin into the enemy side for the war to become the illusions and the tricksters of the enemy team so that they can get into the good team, who's the resistance. And what was it? So that they can find their ideas and take them out. But my kin rejected Yveltal. And okay, so this was her idea, right? With the Darkrai. The Darkrai was okay. I'm a young Zorua. I'm a baby, me baby. And I started getting nightmares, future nightmares of what Yveltal's gonna do to my village in the shrine, right? So I tried telling all these other Zoroarks and Zoruas, being like, "Hey, yo, no, I had this bad dream, and it felt so real, like I was seeing like the future or something." And like, see, like the dimensional rift, like in the game, or the dimensional scream, like that type of thing, like Brittany brought up. I thought that was pretty cool. So with that in mind, like the only one who probably believes me is like the elder Zoroark, like the sage man or whatever. It's a sage Zoroark that's lived for so long. They're the only one that believes me, and they try to be like, yes, that is very, very concerning, and something like that. I don't know how we're gonna fix it. It's still in like the rough drafts, but I prefer that story based on before mine. And it comes to pass. Yveltal comes in, kills a bunch of my kin, kills my family, and like as the lone survivor, I'm actually just about to die. And this is where Skittles' actual story comes in. Her side of the story, well, she will tell, because it's way better when she does it, because she just has a knack for these things. And I just kind of like stutter a bit sometimes because I have so much of the story in my head. I'm like, ooh, but this happens and that happens, so I branch off a lot. So she has amazing healing powers. So because what I got my idea from, see it, there I am again branching off. I chose Darkrai because Skittles chose Cresselia. She got, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. She's gonna say it. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'll end up getting like something from, like, what is it? Like from Darkrai, like his Nightmare Shroud. I end up getting those powers. So when Skittles ends up healing me, all the malice and hate and revenge to live and survive, to go against the enemy, I end up becoming a Hisonian Zorua, which is how they were pretty much brought up, right? If I am going through the lore, that is how it happened. So I end up becoming the baneful fox spirit of the resistance. And with my powers, like, it comes from, they end up using the powers of fear. That's how they get their power and their strength. They feed off of it. I think that's what it was. I'm trying to remember the Pokédex entry for the Hisonian Zorua and Zoroark. So that's what I hope to get. And for my look, I'm thinking of, okay, so what I was thinking of was getting like a little like cape thing. Like, yes, you know, like we're going on a journey type thing, looking cool. I could get like a little blades on my on my legs or something. I don't know. I thought it was funny, but instead I was like, wait, so you guys know how Darkrai has that red teeth scarf thing, right? I was thinking, what if to signify that I have that power, or I was blessed by Darkrai, it's a curse and a blessing, that I end up getting that little scarf thing, right, on my Hisonian Zorua, and I thought that was pretty cool. I think my character's name is gonna be Nox, which Skittles told me means shadow. It's a shadow goddess.
No,
but
it means dark. It means night.
Dark night. Nox Komura.
Nox Komori. It means shadow in Japanese.
Nox Komori. And either way, I just love the name Nox. I'm gonna keep the name Nox. So yeah, that is my backstory. It's is that tragic? Like, I'm the lone survivor, blah blah blah. But in reality, it's just that they turned to stone or something. Some did in fact die trying to defend the little Zorua kittens or kits, not kittens. What the frick? The kits. But you know, Yveltal I think actually ends up draining the life out of Pokemon, and they turn to stone. So we're gonna be hoping to bring them back to life or something. Was that good, Skittles?
Yes.
I feel like I was everywhere in that story, honestly.
It's good.
I hope so. I like yours way better because it's actually done properly, which I'm pretty sure you should just probably pull yours up so you can read it.
You want me to read it?
Yes, Skittles. Look, guys, when Skittles sent me that at work, I was like so invested in this that I was like, I shed a tear with Vulpix's story. I was like, no, bro. Like, oh, it sounded like the opening of an anime, bro. Come on, like a fan fiction thing. And I liked it. I really liked it. And I hope you can share it with everybody today.
Let me find it.
Yes, please.
Alright, I found it.
Awesome, perfect. Oh my god, you guys are in for a ride. Get your drinks, get your snacks. This is gonna be a long video just for you guys because y'all deserve it.
Alright. So, during a dark winter evening under a full moon, Morana had been born, though she had not been destined to live. She came into this world with a terrible and incurable sickness. Those in the tribe feared it was an omen of death and pestilence and sought to have the baby, Alolan Vulpix, abandoned in the woods rather than risk the death of them all. The mother refused and did the best she could for her cub. The sickness did not spread, but it still unsettled the rest of them that interaction was scarce. Fearing for her baby's life, the mother prayed to the Pokemon Cresselia, hoping for some miracle to be bestowed upon her child. Day and night she prayed, while the line between her and the tribe continued to diminish, for the tribe preferred Articuno so they could become stronger in protecting themselves. They cared little for those outside of their kind, and Cresselia was one they paid no attention to. As time went on, the little one's health did not improve, but it was stable. For 26 days, the mother prayed until upon the next full moon, on the 27th day, the little Morana improved and no longer feared to die. The manner in which she recovered is unknown, as the mother believes Cresselia took pity on her and heard her cries for help. The tribe disagreed and argued that it was against nature that the baby lived. This further increased tension and the tribe's reluctance to recognize Cresselia. Morana continued to grow, but she was smaller than the rest of the cubs her age. And like her mother, she too had become interested in Cresselia and the powers of moon magic, which in turn got her bullied by her peers. Not much for friends, she would jump and play in the snow, or make little snow friends of her own.
Aww,
she had
cutie.
been content with it being just her and her mother, but the bullying against them both left them with deep emotional scars. Unknown to Morana, her mother had been bestowed the sickness that Morana had, and over time became weaker. Her mother did the best she could to hide it from the tribe, but eventually they caught on. They called Morana a witch, an abomination of a Pokemon. Threats were made to harm her or even kill her for something she herself did not understand. She was still young and was more afraid than ever.
Protect the baby,
Fearing that they'd hurt her, she ran off into the woods alone. However, her mother followed behind, but due to her being ill, she had been slower and eventually lost her baby.
Oh.
Morana could sense her mom nearby, so she went to look for her, and everything eventually happened so fast. She'd seen her mother struggle against a creature she had never seen before, and had been captured. It was as if she disappeared into thin air, She struggled to hide her cries as she watched the creature pick up a small object in the snow before leaving. Before she could react, she heard growls and snarls from behind her. Sensing she was in danger, she bolted north toward the mountain. Not much was on her except for some little trinkets her mother found for her at times when she went out scavenging or hunting. She had a little bow on her head and tail, and a pretty ribbon with what appeared to be a rose on the side of it. She thought she probably must have looked ridiculous to others, but she enjoyed the presents her mama had given her. Not sure where to go, she continued up the mountain, wandering aimlessly. Her mind had been playing flashbacks over and over and started to dissociate while running. Her mother, the bullying, the creature, dreams and nightmares she had, memories kept passing in her mind as she struggled to keep it together. So finally she couldn't anymore. She collapsed at the top of a mountain in the middle of a blizzard. Tired and out of breath and feeling defeated, Morena closed her eyes as tears trickled down her cheeks.
No, the baby.
In her heart, she wanted to find her mom and defeat the creature that took her. She wanted to show up her tribe and prove them wrong. Hell, she would even make her own tribe and teach them new ideas and help others. She had dreams of healing others much like she had been. The pain overtook her in her heart, however, and her will to continue disappeared. She was alone, and she had no one. Maybe I should have died as a baby, she thought. None of this would have happened. She screamed into the air, full of rage, anguish, and grief. Her yell echoed across the mountain peak and in the snow. But as it continued, to echo, she collapsed again and fell unconscious. And so what happens after this is a group of Chanseys are on a pilgrimage. So before they become Blissies, they have to go on a pilgrimage to heal and take care of other people. They go to village and help others. So they hear her crying because the echo in the air travels across and they hear it. So they go and check her out, and they try to help her. She's still really weak, but in the distance they can see a fire burning in the forest. So they go down into the woods, basically opposite of the way I came. So I'm thinking Lucky lived on the opposite side of the mountain, a little further.
Yeah. That's how we were able to tie up my story, that she during that time that she was up there in that mountain, she couldn't vaguely see the village, right? The shrine, an area like that, of the forest or something.
They could just see the smoke rising in the air as if something was on fire.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, and I told you that you see this big creature just go down there. It's insane.
So the Chanseys and I go on our way to investigate about what happened. I have nowhere else to go, but these Chanseys are being sweet to me, so I follow them. So we get down to Lucky's village and we find destruction and death and everything is in ruin. And I'm gravitated towards Lucky's character. I have some kind of connection to him, like in a past life we were brother and sister as human trainers. So I feel a connection towards Zorua. And so I kneel down and I cry over him because I'm so sad. And there's so much raw emotion happening inside of me that it releases some kind of magic that helps heal him. But it uses up whatever strength I had left and it collapsed. Because what happened is that Cresselia bestowed upon me moon magic.
Yeah.
Basically, I have the power of moonlight, so I can heal myself and others. Because I want to be obviously I'm obviously gonna have ice type moves and stuff, but the fairy type of me wants to have moon magic healing because I like to heal. And basically any MMO, I'm gonna be the healer. So essentially, she would be the cleric of original D&D. And
that's so cool.
And also the whole legendary thing, if you've ever played D&D, like warlocks or whatever, they get their power from higher powers, right? So that's kind of how I had the idea with legendaries. Is my tribe really likes Articuno, because he's the ice god or whatever, and they kind of shun their fairy type side of themselves a little bit. But Morena and her mom, they they like Cresselia. Also, my name means...
Ooh, your name, yes.
Yeah, my name means goddess of winter, death, and rebirth. So you're probably like, oh, a healer, but why does her name mean death? Well, that's why I incorporated it into her story, where she like was born with some really bad disease or something, or sickness. And so she was like destined to die. But she was reborn. And
Thanks to
so
Cresselia and her mom's prayers, right?
Yeah. So she helps, so she like kind of like helps other people and heals them herself. And my idea was that her mom is still alive. Her mom was captured. Maybe the people that took her are gonna try and help her, or maybe they're gonna try like, well, they could, or maybe they heal her and help her, but at a cost, where she has to choose to be on the opposite side of the war or something.
Ooh, a twist.
Yeah.
Everything comes with a price, dearie. Rumpelstiltskin. You susser. I like that very much. I really like that. I feel like I'm very excited for this. Like, if that were to be the case, that you being like the cleric, then that would totally mean that I'm like the rogue or something, right? Or thief.
You could end up actually being the warlock.
A warlock? Ooh. I mean, we have our other friends who are gonna become a Dratini and a Gabite. So, me and Skittles...
And a Scyther, and might have a Houndoom.
Scyther. A Hound... Oh, you're right, a Houndoom. Or a Houndor, I mean. I keep forgetting that we also have a Scyther and a Houndoom. I wonder who will be the Bug-type legendary, though, for them. I think there is a Bug-type legendary.
Because we thought Rayquaza would be the Dratini equivalent for...
A dragon.
Yeah, and then Scyther, the Gabite, and then Hounder. Let's see.
There's a bunch of fire types for sure. Like, here's the idea that I told Skittles that I was so excited about for Dratini. I haven't told this yet to Sharky. Well, we haven't had a chance to yet. But the idea that I came up with was, okay, so what if like the reason why Rayquaza chose that Dratini, or in this case Sharky, to be the Dratini is because he has the soul of a dragon. So not only does he become a Dratini, he gets like, just how like me and Skittles get like our own blessings. Like I get the shroud, the nightmare shroud of Darkrai, which is like the red scarf thing. Skittles gets the blessings of healing from Cresselia's moon, which is her fairy typing, and Sharky ends up getting like this cool blessing from Rayquaza that yes, you have the will of the dragon. And so here's my blessing towards you, young one. And from there, when it becomes a Dratini, on like around the back of the Dratini's nice, serpentine body, gets like one of those cool yellow tattoo things, the markings of Rayquaza. And the more power he like learns from it and gets like more accustomed to it, like let's say he evolves to a Dragonair at some point, like the tattoo gets longer and wraps around a little bit more, but not too much all over like a big tattoo, just enough that he gets the marking, right? So when that happens more, when he becomes a Dragonite, if he chooses to, the tattoo moves to a fist, or maybe even both. But I was thinking of either the left or the right. And every single time, like, he goes deep within himself, within his dragon soul, the freaking tattoo wraps around like the fist of the Dragonite, and it glows, and it gets even more stronger because of Rayquaza's blessing. Like, it's so cool. I thought that would be so cool, like an anime moment for Sharky's Dragonite character. And I was just so excited to share that to Skittles because of the whole thing we had with the blessings.
So I have an idea for Josh's character, Hounder.
Oh yeah, Houndor.
And Entei.
Entei, yes. Every single time that freaking dude roars, a volcano erupts or something like that.
He's a fire type legendary who looks like a doggo.
Doggo. Yeah, they're called beasts, so.
And then for the Gabite or Gibble or whatever, Kyogre.
Kyogre.
The water type legendary.
Interesting that you chose that.
And then Rayquaza. Well, I mean, he looks like a little, he looks like he's swimming around in the water.
Yeah, it's literally called the land shark Pokemon.
Well, see, yeah, that's why I picked him.
It's so cool. I wonder how we can introduce that water thing to like a Gibble, because it's a ground dragon type. Now I'm actually very interested. Like how we can actually put that into a story. Like how like you know how like confusing like the enemy could be. Like you're a ground dragon type. How is it that you use these water moves? Right.
Now, as far for Scyther, I'm not really sure. I'm looking.
There has to be a bug type somewhere. I feel like there should be.
Man.
If not, we could probably use like the
Mythicals?
the mythical. There is a mythical Pokemon that is of actual. Yeah, Genesect. Genesect is a bug type, I think. I think it's a bug psychic type. And then we also have the Ultra Beasts, because I'm pretty sure that Thesis mentioned the Ultra Beasts, that they're a whole other different kind of worms too.
Sally has actually a psychic type Pokemon. She's not fairy.
She is in fact psychic.
But she's got fairy type moves, so she's like,
Yeah,
oh,
she do.
let me give you some fairy type move, because I'm also fairy type. Well, she's not fairy type, but she has the moves, whatever.
I'm surprised they didn't make her into a fairy type. That actually would have boosted her up.
I'm surprised Chansey is still fucking normal type.
Yeah, you told me that, and I was actually surprised. I was like, wait a minute. I thought she actually turned into a fairy type. Why? I don't know why they're not doing that. Like, to me, that made no sense whatsoever. Personally.
So how long are we gonna keep dying in this dungeon? How long are you gonna keep going for your viewers?
Well, you see, the problem is that I'm a failure, and I died. Oh, never mind. I survived somehow.
Emotional.
Emotional damage. Well, you know, if only your Pokemon would actually use Ice Beam, you know, sometimes, you know, it really would help me. If only you actually did more.
So, how do you want to die?
Well, you see, I've thought of it before, peacefully, you know, in my bed. Like, no pain, maybe like in my dreams or something, you know. None of that Freddy Krueger shit, though, please, because I don't need to feel pain. Gone through enough already.
So, like, you're opposed to having a rock smashed on your head?
I mean, if you didn't behind my back, I mean, 1, you're a coward, and 2, you kind of sus, and 3, at least I won't feel it too hard.
That's funny. You think I'm gonna make it painless and easy?
Of course, that's exactly what you would do for your bro.
Yeah, so my bro had my back.
The silence kind of hurts. Ooh, what do you mean?
What? Yeah.
You're some. I mean, I am.
But for real, what do you? How long are you keep recording this dungeon?
I mean, if I died right now, we can in fact end this session. Okay, how about that? Even though people were like, no, keep talking, keep talking. We're so excited. Skittles, why are you trying to end the video so soon? Oh wow, I keep almost dying, bro.
5 hours.
Look, it's not like the last episode where we, you know, did technically 6 hours. Technically 6 hours.
I mean, you say that now.
There you go. Well then, you see, this Magneton agreed with you, and it was like, go home, go get some rest, go live on Twitch. You know, your viewers on YouTube ain't gonna look at this video and be like, yeah, well, how come it is going longer than it should be? We need to go do stuff. How dare you, Skittles, respond to... I don't know where I'm going with this bit. I'm gonna be honest.
So maybe you should just shut up.
Okay. Well then, as far as I'm concerned, we are not strong enough to get through this stage just yet, but we gave you guys a lot of juicy bits that we're going to be doing for that D&D session. And I'm very, very excited. Now, what I may actually end up doing here is, I might, who knows, Skittles gave me the idea of going live on Twitch and just, like, grind, like, our levels as much as possible. And I was looking for a stage where I can do that. This is literally the stage where we can just keep going back and forth without worrying about story. But I'll see what I'll do. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Go support the other videos, please. It will mean a lot to me that you guys go watch those. Watch the series all over if you like to catch up to this. And if you're new, welcome in with our shenanigans. My name is External, and this is Skittles with me, and she's just a sussy human through and through.
He's a liar.
I ain't capping. You're capping.
I need y'all's support, please.
Well, as I always say, humans, good luck. Take care of yourselves. I will catch y'all next time. And as Skittles always say, goodbye, humans.
Go take a nap from me.
Yes, go take a nap for us. Bye.
Bye.